I'm absolutely encouraged. First of all, let's talk through this. When he came on, he took over. He won the first 2 games. Those are teams that you say he went in and beat those teams that he should have beaten.
Lost a couple games this year, but for some reason, for me, this one just hurts, because I know we better than that team. I know we got more dogs. I know we better than that team. So.
Oh, man, the Las Vegas Raiders, they lose a brutal one to the Kansas City Chiefs. Why brutal? Why is it brutal? Well, it's because the score says 31-17 for the Kansas City Chiefs, but what the full story doesn't entail is that once upon a time in this game, the Raiders were up 14 points on the Kansas City Chiefs, which is a lot for that team. And one thing I would add, of course, we don't know how the rest of the game goes if things happen the way I'm about to say they happen, but the score was 7-0, right? 7-0, and I believe it was a red zone entrance or close to red zone entrance for the Raiders, and the most clutch, deadly, ruthless kicker that's not named Justin Tucker that I believe the league has today missed a chip shot field goal. I don't even remember what it really was. It was chip shot for him. Maybe most kickers can't consistently make it, but a chip shot field goal for Mr. Carlson that he missed. The game would have been 10-0 at that point in time, right? To where maybe if we can get another touchdown, we can make it 17-0 before the Chiefs do what they did. So I don't know how things work that way. But guys, let's just talk Raiders. The Kansas City Chiefs might go to the Super Bowl again. All right. They might win it again. And they're in your division. I know you're pissed off. I know you felt like you had them by the jugular. But this is a elite team. All right. But by God's grace, Aiden O'Connell, did he not look in control of this offense? Did he not look like he was in full control of this offense? Because to me, he did. Goes 23 for 33, 248 yards and a touchdown. And it's not just the placement, which he showed amazing placement skills, like that ball to Jacoby Myers on the sideline. I can't remember who that was on. I think, it was on Trent McDuffie. Jacoby Myers was in the slot and he runs like a little sideline wheel route immediately out the gate, goes to it, and just beautifully placed, beautiful catch by Jacoby Myers. I've been telling you guys, what did we say in all of our last videos? Myers needs to be involved more. And in the back, more sweeps, more pre-snap motions in the backfield. Get Jacoby Myers involved. That's going to inadvertently alleviate pain and stress from Davante Adams, and that's going to open up things for Michael Mayer. It's a line. It's an assembly line. If Jacoby Myers can alleviate pressure from Davante Adams, it can open up amazing things for Michael Mayer. That's how it can work beautifully. Josh Jacobs, welcome back to your greatness. 20 rushes for 110 yards. You break that big one for a 63-yard touchdown run. Yeah, I mean, you're great. And the beautiful thing about you today, and I'll say it like this, it's you're getting your value shown upon you. I do think the Raiders might not have any choice whatsoever but to give you an actual contract after this season, because without you, they get way more embarrassed, way more beaten up by the Chiefs. So I think you're a massively huge part of the offense, and I think you should continue to be that for the offense. And so whoever signs the checks, Mark Davis, don't mess this up. Get Josh Jacobs a contract. Make it team friendly. He ain't got to be the highest paid in the league. Josh Jacobs, don't be trying to do that. Don't ruin the culture unless you just want to go somewhere and be underpaid as well. Okay, you have a good thing in Las Vegas. Get your money. Keep playing running back. There are a few things that I want to talk about with Antonio Pierce. At the end of the game, it was fourth quarter. You guys were just looking to stay alive, looking to get some hope. So you kind of got to do anything and everything. I believe it was on your own 25-yard line or something like that. It was within your own 30-yard line. It's 4th and 1, right? 4th and 1. and you run the ball up the middle, knowing as a head coach, you're like, you understand, if this is not Antonio Pierce, then whatever offensive coordinator is calling the plays, like, you guys know who's on that other defense. You guys have to be aware that Chris Jones is the defensive tackle for the defense that you're playing against. And you just got George Karlaftis. You got amazing defensive players on the Chiefs defense. To be so beetle-headed and to have Josh Jacobs in the backfield and show an opportunity to run the ball for a 1-yard gain. That's all you needed, was a 1-yard gain. You don't think Chris Jones is going to blow up whoever the hell y'all think? Whoever the hell y'all think is going to block him on a 4th and 1 in your own 25-yard line? You don't think he's going to blow that up like he did? Of course he will. Of course he will. Trust Aiden O'Connell in that situation. Do something unpredictable as you're already doing the unpredictable by going for it on 4th down in your own red zone area, on your own side of the field. Okay? Put the ball in your rookie quarterback's arm. Do the one thing that the Chiefs are not going to expect. A play action pass. I wouldn't even do that because they were headhunting off a rip. Just have Josh Jacobs block or have him on a flare route or anything and everything other than running it straight at Chris Jones. And it wasn't even like a Bubba package or a Tank package. It wasn't even like a big boy package. It was like a normal front, and we're gonna get 1 yard with Chris Jones. I don't even think you had a fullback out there. So silly things like that, it's gonna hurt. It's gonna hurt a lot. Defensively, I feel as if the defense played as good as it honestly could play. Like, I think a lot of the, completions that were made were, by a quarterback who could arguably be one of the greatest of all time, right? And the placement on these balls, that he was having, especially the 1-2 Travis Kelce that was over Divine Diablo. Even with him, if you guys go back and look at that play, you have to. It was like Travis was running like a corner route, kind of. It was something that was in. He immediately attacked the feet of Diablo and then breaks things out at an angle to the right, and then just beautifully, Patrick Mahomes was able to just gift the ball right over Diablo. Look at Diablo's feet. As soon as Kelce breaks his space, he's like in his chest, his feet are still glued to the grass, glued to the turf. Now, that could be a rule to be ready to headhunt Kelce if he shuts things down early, but buddy, even if that's the case, your feet got to be hot. Look at that play again. Look, his feet are glued to the ground. So just certain things like that. I guess in all theory, I want to ask you guys, what is your linebackers, even in Spillane and Diablo, from the things that I saw, I don't know if they're at all good in pass coverage, like at all. And I think a lot of the safety help and what Nate Hobbs has to do really complements a lot of the passing game. I think they get a lot of help from Nate Hobbs and, Trevon Merrick, anyone in the box, and Meek Robertson. But I think these linebackers need to get better in pass coverage. But I could be wrong, and I'm okay with being wrong. Just let me know in the comments. Tough loss because of what could have been, but I don't think we have our heads down low. We could win next week. Let's win next week, Raiders fans, and let's stack the wins. Let's save Antonio Pierce. Right? That's who we want. These players got to go to bat. And I think starting a game 14-0, 2 Super Bowl champions, I think that's fair. Divisional rivals, I think that's okay. But losing by 14, that's going to be tough for Mark Davis to sign Antonio Pierce for multiple years. We have to win these tougher games. We have to win them. Like, comment, and subscribe.